Hey guys, it's Davo, and today I'm talking about my Garmin Vivoactive again. And today I'm going to show you some tips and just how to understand the Garmin Connect's IQ store. There's several different things that you can do in the IQ store. You can load apps, you can load widgets, you can load watch faces, data fields. Um, so all of those can be a little confusing because they kind of, almost seem like they overlap. But I'm going to explain what each one does and how to access each one of them on your phone, how to upload them, and we'll get started. So I have my phone here, and I have it open to the Garmin Connect's homepage. So I'm on the dashboard. So if you hit the little menu button on the top left hand corner, you'll see the IQ store. So I'm going to click into that. It'll take a few seconds just to connect to the store and bring up what's available to me. Okay, so it comes up with a menu and it just lists the top popular items that you can possibly download, and they're segregated into categories. So you'll see popular applications, popular data fields, popular watch faces, and popular widgets. So starting off at the top, an application is anything that will run on your Garmin after you click the application button. And the application button is this button right here on the right hand side of the watch. So if you click on that, you'll see that it comes pre-programmed with some of the Garmin apps like the run feature, the bike feature, swim, has golf courses, walk, find my phone, and it has a couple more pages. So that's where the applications will be loaded. So if you come along and say, okay, well, I don't have a stopwatch, so let me load that application. I click on it, and now your Garmin Vivoactive is actually connected to your phone via Bluetooth, and also you're connected via the Garmin Connects app. So from this point on, if you want to load this to your device, all you have to do is hit send to your device. At the bottom, it's going to start to sync with the Vivoactive. You'll get a little progress bar. You'll have to wait for it to go through. And depending on the size of the app, it might take a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, depending on what you're currently loading, how good your internet connection is. Probably will have something to do with it as well. Okay, so this is stop loaded. It's completely synced. So now, if you go to your device, click on the applications button, and there's a couple pages, so I'll scroll to the next page, and there you have it, the one in the bottom middle, that is the stopwatch. So you can click on that and use this as a stopwatch feature. So that's an application, and that's how you load it. Okay, so going back to the dashboard here, I'm just going to go back. And now data fields. Well, what's a data field? This has battery monitor, some other different things, resting heart rate. So I'm going to click the button for more data fields. Okay. There we go. So we got a bunch of different data fields available. And there's one that I kind of like. It's called Smart Predictor. I do a lot of running. So I use my Garmin Vivoactive for that. So let me open up that. Okay, so what this data field does is it pretty much just calculates what your expected time will be on certain distances, like a 5K, 10K, half marathon, full marathon. So as you run and you start to approach a 5K, or even if you're just starting out, it'll give you an expected time for your 5K. Once you reach the 5K, it automatically switches to 10K distance and so forth and so on. So same thing, I'm going to click send to the device. I've already done this, but it's going to push that data field to your device. So I'll show you where you access the data fields now. Okay, so I'm going to click on the applications, and I want to add this to my running data field. So if I click on run, and then down here I'm going to click on the menu button, and I'm just going to scroll over to data screens. I click on, let me scroll back, click on data screens, and it'll give me how many different screens are available to me. This one has 3 screens. So I want to put that data field where the Smart Predictor on the first screen. I hit the little pencil. That's going to give me my areas to edit. There's 3 lines for the first page. So I want to remove the timer and add it to the first step. So I'm going to click on the top row, and then from there the first thing that comes up is the Connect IQ data field. You see if you slide over, they have other data fields, distance, timer. I'm going to go back to the Connect IQ because that's the one I just downloaded. Click on it and it says Smart Predictor. So I'm going to click on it again, and boom, up top it says 5K Predictor. So as soon as it reaches the 5K, it'll switch over to the 10K. So that's a new data field. So any of the data fields are things that you can load in your different applications as options. Okay, let me just back out of here. And now back to the menu system. I'm going to go back again. And now the last one is watch faces. This one's pretty self-explanatory. It has a bunch of different watch faces. It has some watch faces that are analog, some that are digital. They give different bits of information on the watch face. So one of the ones that I'm currently running is this ActiFace Blue. I like the way that looks. But if I wanted to run the other one right here, this big face, I would just click on that one there, and then click on the sense of the device. And how to access those is click on the applications button, slide it over to settings, and it has a bunch of different settings in here. The first one that comes up is watch faces. I'll click on the face, and you see the one I'm running is the ActiFace. Slide over a couple, I have fringe, and there's the big time. I just click on that, and then if I go back, now there's the big time screen. So that's how you switch between watch faces. Now finally, going back to the last item, is widgets. Well, widgets are anything that show up in your home page. So if you slide these back and forth, that's what a widget is. They come right on the main face of the watch, and they're just kind of like pages. So I want to load, say I want to load this calendar widget. Pretty much just click on it, send it to the device. And okay, to access the watch face, or access the calendar, I should say, just slide across, and voila, there's my little miniature calendar. You need a micro magnifying glass just to read it. So that's how you access that. A lot of times it might not show you where you want it. So it might, like I prefer to have my watch face center. I swipe to the right, I have my notifications. I swipe one to the left, and I have my my step counter. When I first loaded the calendar, the step counter was one more to the left, and my calendar was right there. So how do you change those? How do you reorganize those? Well, if you connect your watch to your computer, let me bring up my computer here. Okay, so now you run the Garmin Express, and in here, this is where you can actually manage your. Close that out. Once you plug it in, it'll sync it, make sure it'll check for any updates, make sure you're running the latest. It says I have an update to install, but I'm not going to click on that right now. But this is a good way to manage your apps through the Garmin Express. So if I click on Manage Apps, Okay, it'll pretty much just list all the widgets, all the applications, all the different data fields, and everything right in here. So if you want to sort for just the widgets, pull this down, select widgets, and there's all my widgets. So I have my notifications, calendar, music, weather, and different things like that. So if you want to rearrange the widgets, just click the little rearrange here, and you can pretty much just drag these into any order you want. There's my activity tracker. I already reorganized these. So that would be the first one swiping to your left, and first one swiping to your right is your notifications, and you can just save that and it'll automatically update that on your phone. This is also a good place where you can list all your different apps, widgets, and so forth, and you can actually remove them from your phone. So if you load something, find out you really don't like it, this is where you can actually remove it from your phone. So I loaded the calendar, and it's really not that great, so I'm going to remove it. So it's removed from my phone. It's sending that information to my Vivoactive, and it should be removed. Okay, back to the phone, and I'll show you one last trick here. Okay, so we're on the Connects IQ store. I'm going to go back to the main page. Now you'll see that I'm just going to go into applications to bring them up. Okay, so you can see on the applications themselves, right above whatever the name of the application is, it'll have who the author of it is, and you'll see a lot of them that are like the Garmin produces those applications, so you know they're pretty legit. As opposed to, since this is open source, any person can really create an app, and it might work with your Vivoactive, and it might not. So if you just want to sort, you can click on the actual Garmin name to get all the applications that Garmin puts out. It'll have all the applications, widgets, and so forth. So you can scroll through all these and pick and choose and load any one you want. So that's pretty much it. Kind of explains what the different items are that you can load to your Vivoactive. It shows you how to update them and do things like that. So hopefully that sorted out a little bit of confusion, and hopefully you like this video. If you did, like my video and subscribe to my channel.